Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Happy Sunday to you guys. I hope you guys are having a wonderful morning. I wanted to talk about budgeting. Couple things. I know I'm not even prepared, to be honest with you. I want to show you the steps that I use when I budget. So I brought my laptop. So I want to jump right into it. This is a bi-weekly budget breakdown that I've been using, okay? I input my income, and then I input like what's my balance in PayPal, and then I put my balance in my checking account. And then I list my fixed expenses. So these are the bills that I have to pay this pay period. So it's my car, my internet, my electric, and then if you take a look, you'll see the variable expenses, which is groceries, gas, beauty, eating out, household. So I took $160 out of my credit union. And please, I'm sorry if it's not like this professional video. I am really just trying to explain to you how I am budgeting and how I kind of like what do I do when I get paid or when I sit down to like work my money. And these are the steps that I take. The bottom part here are the credit cards. So these credit cards are due because I don't get paid for another 2 weeks. So these are the credit cards that are due. Now, if you go up, this side here, this is my sinking funds. So I keep all of my sinking funds on my Jelly app. Except emergency fund and second savings. These two are in my credit union. So everything else is on my Jelly app. I really enjoy the Jelly app. I like it. It's very, very good. It's very simple. It's like you have your total balance, and then you have all of your jelly jars, and then it's just basically like your cash envelopes, but it's digital. I don't need to have everything in envelopes. It works better for me to just have it on digital, so I have it on one app. So if I need to go shopping, I have money. And then let's say if I go to the stores and I want to go shopping, then as soon as I swipe that card, it's going to be like, where do you want me to take this out of? And I'm going to be like, clothing. So it works. It's a really, really good app. Look into it. Then the bottom here are some of the current money goals that I'm currently doing. I'm right now doing a 52-week challenge. I'm also doing a $5 challenge. The next tab is, these are all credit cards that have to be paid off with the total balances. And then below, I just have brands and things that I'm working with, different people that I'm working with. So I'm not only going to show that. And what that is that's for me to be able to look back. So if someone is interested in maybe working with me, I can look back at what I've done and not be like, I don't remember, or you know what I mean? It's just right there. It's very easy to keep track of. So this bi-weekly breakdown is extremely user-friendly. It's so simple because you're just inputting here, you're inputting your fixed, you're inputting your variable, these are the credit cards, and then you have the sinking funds. So in your face, it's right there. So I'm going to set this aside. After that, you guys know I love writing things down. I mean, I have everything written down on my monthly calendar. I have a monthly calendar here. Oops, I just bent the paper and it's gonna bother me. And then I also have this acrylic, which I have the monthly bills also listed here. So I have this one, and then I have the monthly overview. Yes, you're probably like, oh my God, girl, you got so many. I can see it. So I really use the budget breakdown for my numbers. It helps me to use for my numbers. And then I write out all of the bills here as well. And then I keep track of like the monthly bills. I'll check them off. I like a paper. Like I'm both. I am definitely the spreadsheet's awesome. Like I really don't even need, a lot of stuff. I can just put it in the spreadsheet, go to my website, pay the bills, call it like it's done. But because I love planners, I like to write it all out as well. So I have my sinking funds here. These are the 3 amounts that I'm going to be saving. So what I do, okay, I take a look at this. I have my total. I look at what bills need to come out. Then I look at what my variable amount is. So I totaled $160. We'll talk about the cash envelopes in a minute. And then these are all of the credit cards, right? So now I sit down and I think, wow, I just had I had to pay a lot of bills, da 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 da. Now I'm going to take a look. Well, you know what? I'm only going to put $125 away in my sinking funds. That's okay. Once I'm done paying all my bills and making sure like subscriptions are not coming out or whatever, I can just really take a look at the checking account, and then I can say, okay, well, I do have more money that I can work with. I'll go ahead and transfer and maybe play around. And if I don't, it's left in my checking account. I still have my different categories. I'm all set. My bills are paid and everything is fine. Everything's good. I take the variable expenses, and this is where we talk about the cash envelopes. So unfortunately, I already filled them because I did the video once and I felt like I can show you guys the video if you'd like. I feel like maybe it was too long. So here I am doing like a faster version because I talk a lot. So, I mean, I can put it up and I can put both up if you want to see like the longer version of how I was stuffing the envelopes. So these are my cash envelopes. These are the categories that I use. So during the week, I rarely use my debit card. I only use it if there's an emergency or I don't have any money with me, or I forgot something, but I really try not to use my debit card. This is why I have these categories. So for groceries, I put $20 in, so I now have $191. For household, I added $20. I have $70. Gas, I added $40, so I have $50. Because I have a full tank of gas, it's going to last me for another week until I get paid. Or next week, I'll fill it up and then I get paid. Beauty is, I added $40, so I now have $90. Eating out, I did not add anything. I have $100. I think that's plenty if I needed to get lunch or if I go out with my girls this weekend. I have enough money. BJ's, I added $40, and now I have $190 for BJ's. I have this 52-week challenge that I'm doing, so I have to actually add, this is the smaller one. This is for $13.78. So each day you add that amount. These saving challenges are from Jordan Budgets, and she made this for me to hand out to my followers, and that's what I was doing. I was handing them out via email. So I started, and I actually am behind. So I need to add, today's the 9th, so I need to add $9. My daughter's actually doing this as well. This is a credit card challenge. I have not started that. And then this is the $5 challenge, and I already started it. I only have 2 $5 bills, and this is going in the bank. So these are my cash envelopes. So let's recap. These are the cash envelopes. I took $160 out of my bank, and I put them, and I divided it up, and I put it in here. Whatever I don't spend, if I have groceries, whatever I don't spend, I leave it there. I leave it there until I get paid again, and then I will add more money. I leave it there. So I have $191. That's great. I have plenty of money until I get paid again. So that's great. So then what I would do is, I'm going to take a look at, so I have the budget breakdown. I entered all my numbers. I transferred money to my Jelly app, which are my sinking funds. And once I'm done, I'm going to pay all the bills. It's really, really hard. I'm very critical of myself. So spreadsheet, it's awesome, but I'm also a paper and pen girl, and you guys know that. So that's why I use this. This is personal. I like it. I like writing in it. I like sitting down, writing numbers and figuring things out. It's just, I don't know. It's just what I like. This is my Louis Vuitton, which is an A5 rings, and I have been planning for meal planning, so that's something that I'm doing to eat better, and I highly recommend using a meal planner. I gave both of my girls the meal planner that I have on my refrigerator because it's a magnet. And she wrote everything out for the full week. She was looking up recipes. I was working on orders, but the fact is, you got to write out your meal plan, and that is how you save money for your grocery bill. You have to come up with a plan, you know, for your grocery bill and stuff. But what I wanted to talk about are these other inserts. So you might be the type of person that doesn't like a spreadsheet. Maybe you don't like it. That's okay. These inserts are basically the same thing as the spreadsheet, but they're an insert. You have your income, you have your variable expenses, your fixed expenses, sinking funds, total debt. This is paycheck to paycheck. There's 2 pages. Then you have expense, a bill tracker, debt tracker, and sinking funds. These are sold on Millrose Notes website. I do have a link on my website. However, these are sold on her website, and they are $14.95 for 40 pages, and it's about 6 months worth. So it's really a good deal. So check those out if you're looking for some finance inserts. And like I tell people, I always highly recommend for you to get a desktop calendar. If you have a desk, if you have an office space, or you have a desk, you should really be utilizing this. You can list out things that you need to do, projects, bills, goals, but having it in your face is really good, because if you take a look here, if you take a look, payday was here, right? The next payday is here. So I love that visual overview. So we're here, go back to work here. So we have here, oh, I have Monday off. Yes. So I really, really highly recommend it. I always talk about it all the time. But yeah, so a desktop calendar. And then I'm really trying to figure out how to add this to my website. But anyways, it's a really good concept for you to use it. Well, it works for me. This is awesome. It works for me. Every pay period, just pop the numbers in, and then I can like really say it's really, really handy for me. And again, if you're not, then using like a Ring notebook here is very, very good as well, because you're listing out all your bills here, and then you can list out your sinking funds, your online orders, and list out your monthly bills. So everything comes together. Everything is really basically the same, and then you just have to figure out what you want to use for your cash envelopes and how much to set aside. Like, what do you spend every week on groceries? What do you spend every week on gas? These are some of the questions. Like, I can't tell you how much to set aside, but even setting like $20 for each one is helpful. And if you're new, just do a couple at a time to get used to it. So I hope that helps. I know that this is very quick. I'm sorry that I didn't do the cash stuffing. Again, I could post the previous video if you'd like. So I can post the 2 videos so you can see how I talked 30 minutes in one and maybe like 10 minutes in another. But please, as always, be respectful, leave a friendly comment. Everybody has their own way of doing things, so you have to find what works for you. Have a great Sunday. Bye.